What is up, guys? You know who this is. So today what I want to kind of go over is how I normally get started. Now I know everyone has their own methods of getting started, building their base camp, and just proceeding from there. I'd like to show you kind of how I do mine. You may like it, you may not. So let's go up here. First thing, when you first spawn, you never know if it's on a server, whether or not you're going to spawn during the day or during the night. So, kind of be prepared for that regardless. Now, if you're playing single player, you spawn in the morning, you should be good. But, first thing I look for, obviously, is resources. I go out, I punch down my first tree, I collect the saplings, save for later. And as I'm going along, depending on which direction whoa. Whew. Mr. Explosive Personality there. Whew. Anyway, I go along and I look kind of at what's available resource-wise. Big thing I look for is hills. As you can see, my base is over there, but I'm going to come over here and show you what I normally do. Now, as I go along, obviously I'm punching my trees to get the wood, get the saplings for later use. As I go along, I'm also, let me turn that down. Okay. I also hit the grass, collecting seeds for as I go along until I find a good spot, usually near water, because at some point I'm going to bring a farm inside. So when I dig into the side of a hill, hopefully it's large enough that I don't have to immediately dig down. If I do, I do. I also kill animals along the way. So once I find a spot that has good trees, water access, some hills, I like hilly terrain, and ready resources right on the side of the cliffs. If I run into bushes, I grab those. I pretty much grab everything I can until I find my location. Starting on a server, you may die 2 or 3 times before you actually get to a location that you like. So when I dig in, hopefully you guys have collected some wood, had enough time to build a crafting table. Let me see if I have wood on me. No, I don't. So let me go grab some wood here real quick. Whoa. I'm getting some lag here. Okay, so get my lumberjack axe and get the whole tree and collect the saplings. Like I said, I always wait for all the leaves to drop or help them along if I can, because saplings can be used later on for power generation as well as other resources to build with. And at the beginning I never mess with wood doors. With the zombies, as aggressive as they are, can break down wood doors. So I usually wait till I can get iron through a smeltery. A part of choosing a location for me is finding an area that has plenty of resources, readily easy access to sand, gravel, and clay. Those are the three main things I look for when I choose my starting area, as well as the other things such as water, wood, and animals too. That's another thing. The area has to have, animals spawning for me, that way I can get leather if I need it or anything else. So when I dig in, I dig a 5x5 area so that I have room to build. If I was lucky and would get sheep along the way or cotton, then I might be able to make a bed. But when I start out, I make the crafting table, but I usually put it through at least twice, to get the small version. When you're digging, let me get a couple cobblestone here. Alright, that should be enough. When I first start out, I always craft the slab furnaces. They take a lot less resources, because if you've played any type of Minecraft, resources are the big thing. If you don't have the resources, at a later date you can easily get rid of the cobblestone if you like. I mean, I do find it useful, and depending on which texture pack I am using, I might just actually use cobblestone to build whatever area I want. So the recipe for the slab furnace is the same as the regular cobblestone furnace, except you use slabs. As you saw, 6 slabs to get enough to build a furnace compared to 8. If you're very resource conscious, it's a good way to have. Plus, they stack quite nicely. And then what I do is I make me just a little bit of coal. That way I can get torches up and have a safe area to start working from. So, when I first get in, if I have a bed, hey, great. If I don't, then, I dig in. Hopefully, I'll be able to get everything I need shortly after I start digging what I call my grand staircase. And, in the next episode, I'll go through and actually show you what I mean and how I set up my initial base. So stay tuned and...